always like to admit when I'm on the second take of doing a video. So I am. I tried it before and I messed it up. I didn't read correctly, so not good, not good. So here we are doing double angles formulas, and we're going to use radians instead of degrees. And in the last video, you know that we used degrees. So I'm looking at this, and what I did was I looked at the, because this is possible. Maybe I'm going to look at the unit circle, and this is going to pop up there. So let's be smart and let's take a look. So I'm looking for 3 pi halves, and it doesn't show up. But look at this 3 pi fourths here, and that's what gives me my next idea. And my next idea is this, that I realize that cosine of 2u is equivalent to, right, is equivalent to cosine squared u, 2 cosine u squared minus 1. Isn't it? So this is the formula that I'm going to use. And now I'm just going to go and I'm going to fill in the blanks. Look at this for a second. Cosine of 3 pi fourths plus 3 pi fourths is equal to 2 cosine squared of 3 pi fourths minus 1. So you're maybe going, Charlie, what are you doing? How's this 2u? Well, 3 pi fourths and 3 pi fourths are the same number, aren't they? So there are 2 of them. So what I really have is, just going to rewrite it and say, can't we agree that this is cosine of 2 times 3 pi fourths, right? That would give us our 3 pi halves back, wouldn't it? That's all I'm doing here. And then from here, I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to look. I happen to know, so I'm going to take this squared right here. It's going to go here because I have to figure out what is cosine of 3 pi fourths. So if we're not sure, just go back to our unit circle, go to 3 pi fourths, and we find out that cosine is opposite square root 2 over 2. I'm going to drop that number back in, opposite square root 2 over 2, right, minus 1. All I'm doing is following the formula, right, is the same as cosine of 3 pi halves, right? I use this to get me into this mode, but I have, remember, all I'm really doing is I'm answering this question, aren't I? Okay. So this should go good. Remember, you guys, don't be mad at me, but remember, this is still, all the rules of math still apply, so we have to do PEMDAS first. So someone's going to want to do this. They're going to want to multiply this times this, but you're not allowed to because we have this exponent. So I'm going to distribute this exponent to here, and to here, and frankly, to there. And we're going to get negative 1 squared is 1. Square root of 2 squared is 2. Square root of 2 is 4, right? This 2 is this one. I'm just following my trail here. And is still equal to cosine 3 pi halves. Just trying to follow, make some notes for our professor to take a good look at. Here, we know that what happens here. This is 2 fourths, so 2 fourths is 1/2, isn't it? It's 1/2. 2 times 1/2 is 1. 1 minus 1 equals 0 is our answer. Okay? Look, I hope this was really helpful. This is a pain sometimes because I think part of the challenge is to decide when you're going to use that. One thing I would suggest to you when you're thinking about using these formulas is take a quick look at what you're doing and ask yourself, if I divide this thing in half, does it give me something I already know? So you have to start looking for patterns, and that's going to really pay off for you. I end this video by saying that if you're not already subscribed, please do, and remember that your comments are always welcome. Thanks for watching.